It's back on.
All right. Okay, we're back here. Okay, now this is interesting. It looks like you have two doves, peace doves there, and you have an olive branch in one, handing it out to the other, and that's a symbol of peace, saying we want to make peace with you. We want to let things go. We want to forgive. And I love this because it's saying at any cost. And cost does not mean war. Cost means that however we feel, we must put aside our transgressions and say to ourselves, here's the olive branch. We have to remain free. We have to stop with the warring, all the wars. Here is the earth, right here. So I guess this is a symbol of how everybody can be free here on earth if we can go for peace. And what else could this be saying? This is really beautiful, but I find it odd that it's here in a park that honors the veterans. Because I really think, too, again, we have to get away from this idea that we always have to be fighting for peace. We always have to go to war for peace because those are completely opposite. There's no such thing as fighting for peace by going out there and fighting in a war. There's just no such thing. All right, a few more landmarks to look at. Right here, right here, you have in honor of those missing in action. That's the black tile right there. And here are the bricks. I imagine it's not I, from many wars. There's World War II, and I'm not assuming that these are all the ones that perished in war. They could be the ones that just were part of the war, and they're honored here. That's what I'm assuming. They're veterans. Right here. Okay. Let's see what we have here without blocking.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Okay. One. All right. Now we are here close to the courthouse. We are in what I believe is called Sandusky County Memorial Park, and it's dedicated to the veterans of war. Here, my favorite saying as of right now is what John F. Kennedy said back in September 25th, 1961. A nuclear disaster spread by winds and waters and fear could well engulf the great, the small, the rich, the poor, the committed and the uncommitted alike. Mankind must put an end to war, or war will put an end to mankind. That is so true. Unfortunately, we haven't heed that advice at all because we're in just as many wars as we ever were. Now, over here on this bench, this is by Franklin D. Roosevelt. This quote: unless the peace that follows recognize that the whole world is one neighborhood and does justice to the whole human race, the germs of another world war will remain as a constant threat to mankind. Unfortunately, great sayings, but we have not understood the meanings behind these two quotes at all. Let's go over here. Sandusky County Veterans Memorial. Remembering those who have gone before us. Honoring those who currently serve. Inspiring those who will. Dedicated to all the men and women from Sandusky County. Back up, sweetheart, so you don't get your shadow in there. Who served our country during peacetime and war, especially those who made the supreme sacrifice. Now, what I like to do is go over here to the Vietnam War Memorial. This plaque over here, right over here, and this is dedicated to the Vietnam veterans killed in action from Sandusky County, and it says Memorial Highway. This Memorial Highway, which I'm not sure exactly where it's at, is dedicated to the Vietnam veterans of Sandusky County who gave the ultimate sacrifice during the Vietnam War. And as you can see, it's quite a few men. The first one died. Looks looks like in 1966 and the last one in 1972. I want to draw your attention to this saying that you often hear: freedom is not free, it is bought by our veterans who pay the ultimate sacrifice. Always remember, never forget. And there's the emblem for the Coast Guard, the Air Force emblem, the Navy, the Marine Corps, and the Army. I do want to say
How you doing?
hello. I do want to say though that I don't quite agree with this. Freedom is not free is bought by veterans who pay the ultimate sacrifice, because I think it's a little bit of voice saying that we always have to keep fighting for freedom, and I don't believe that's ever been the case. I think we fight for other reasons. Now, this is not to say that the ones that served our country and either survived or gave the ultimate sacrifice, that we should not honor them in any way. I mean, we should, excuse me. Yes, we should, of course. But I just think that when you say freedom is not free, well, you can turn that around and say peace is, and it's priceless. So the less we keep going to war, the more peace we will have, and the freedom we will have. And this is our flag up there, and the missing in action flag that never came back. This monument is dedicated with sincere appreciation to all veterans. Memorial Day, May 28th, 2007. Oh, and you can barely see it because we have no wind.
Okay.
Okay.